Hello, I'm Ayla Glass, and I will be your host for this year's 2013 Kansas City Film Festival. The festival goes on April 10th through 14th at the beautiful Alamo Drafthouse Theater here at 1400 Main Street in Kansas City, Missouri. For more information, check out kcfilmfest.org for tickets and showtimes. Hello, I'm Ayla Glass, and I'm here at the second day of the 2013 Kansas City Film Festival. Joining me today is John de Lancie, producer and star of Bronies, the extremely unexpected adult fans of My Little Pony. You have been in tons of film and television series, the stage as well, including Star Trek, and of course now My Little Pony. How did you become involved in Friendship is Magic?
I got a call to voice a new character called Discord. And I went in and read it and did it and totally forgot about it, which is usually what actors do when they do voiceover work. You know, I mean, it's so many months, sometimes a year before you hear anything about it. And then I ended up about 3 months later going down to my computer, and there were hundreds of emails about, you know, we really liked you, what have you, and it was all My Little Pony. And I called up to my wife and I said, what do you know about My Little Pony? And she said, well, you voiced it 3 months ago, and it's a cartoon for little girls. And I said, well, these are not little girls who are writing me. And that's how I got involved.
And I think I heard in your Q&A session at BronyCon that it was like over 400 emails. How many episodes was the character Discord actually in?
One.
And you got all of those emails off of one episode. That's amazing. And of course, there's lots of fan conventions and things like that. And I've heard you say that the bad rap that some of your fans got in the media is what inspired you to make this documentary. What are some fan experiences that led you to making the documentary?
Well, I ended up meeting a lot of bronies, and I asked them why they were interested in the show and all that type of stuff. And I recognized them as being kind of like the genesis from years ago of Star Trek fans. You know, they were sort of Star Trek fans were made fun of because, you know, it was science fiction and, you know, how on and on. So when Mike Brockhoff, the executive producer, sent me some links that had some of the news shows talk about My Little Pony, you know, bronies as being all essentially a bunch of perverts. I went, no, that's not right. That's not right. They don't understand it. They are, as usual, you know, not reading or judging a book by its cover instead of the way you should. And so we'll make this documentary.
That's fantastic. And you're going to meet some Kansas City Brony fans tonight. Right. We're having a dinner with you, right. Discord. Right. And then afterwards, we are screening the movie, and it's the world premiere of the movie.
It is. Yeah, it should be very interesting.
Are you excited to see what the audience reaction will be?
I am. I mean, I've screened it now a number of times at my house, and it's been really interesting to watch people who know nothing about bronies, who start off saying, you know, there was a journey up there on the screen with 6 different people, but the journey in the end was really for me, John, who sat there and watched it. And I'm hoping that it's the same way tonight.
Well, that's great. Bronies documentary, it will be screening again on Saturday, April 13th at 8 p.m. following a dinner with a little pizza party, actually, with Lauren Faust, the creator, at 6:30. Tickets are limited, and you can purchase them at kcfilmfest.org. And for more information about the Bronies documentary, you can go to bronydoc.com. Thank you so much, John.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Hello, I'm Ayla Glass. It's the second night of the 2013 Kansas City Film Festival, and we are screening the documentary Bronies tonight. And we have 2 bronies right here in their amazing My Little Pony costumes. Can you tell us well, first of all, what inspired your costumes? What are the characters, you know, that you love in My Little Pony?
I love Pinkie Pie because she's so full of energy, and she's awesome.
And what is your favorite character? And tell me, please, about these ears that they're moving everywhere.
My favorite character would either be Rarity or Rainbow Dash. The ears themselves, they're from NeuroWare, and they react to your emotions. And like I was saying, I'm a little excited, so they're probably twitching and moving all over the place. But like I say, if you get sad, they droop down and stuff like that. They're a lot of fun.
I'm having a lot of fun just watching them. So, what drew you to My Little Ponies? Like, when did you see it, and what got you so excited about it?
He actually introduced it to me not that long ago, and just all the characters, how they're so different, and yet how, their friendship, their differences bring them together, and how each one is so individual, and yet you love them all, and it's just a lot of fun to watch.
I started watching the show when it first came out. I thought, oh, I'll give it a try. And first I was like, oh, I don't know. And then I watched an episode, and then I watched another episode. And wow, this is pretty smart for a kid's show. And so watched a little more, and portrayed a lot of good messages and a lot of things around friendship. And it's just a wonderful, smart, funny show. It's something you don't see on TV a lot anymore.
That's fantastic. And will you guys be back on Saturday with Lauren?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Well, fantastic. Yes, Lauren Faust, the creator of My Little Pony, is having a pizza party on Saturday, the 13th at 6:30. So don't miss out on that. Details are on kcfilmfest.org. Thank you so much for talking to us, and enjoy the screening tonight.
All right. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. I'm here with two more bronies, Nathan and Scott, and they're from Leawood, Kansas, and Smithville, Missouri. How did you guys find out about the screening of the documentary tonight?
I heard it off of some blogs on the internet, Equestria Daily in particular, so that's about it there.
For me, I know ahead of a time before Equestria Daily was posted. I'm actually a VIP in guest relations for a little Kansas City My Little Pony convention called Midwest Brony Fest KC. And we've been heard about it, that there was going to be a special event here, and even the film festival will contact us. Is like trying to know about these these bronies, like this little special event that this film is going to be screening here in Kansas City. And so I was so excited about this amazing announcement. So I just hopped on here and just have fun, enjoy ourselves really.
Fantastic. And for those who don't know, what is a brony?
It's a bro that likes My Little Pony.
But in another term, it's like, mostly male adults who are big fans of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. And what they do is they watch these shows and back then, when they first heard about it, they thought it was going to be a disaster because, back then, how people judge on how My Little Ponies are. And so,
ladies' cartoon that no one wants to watch.
And so this person named Lauren Faust, who's actually going to be here this Saturday, she is the creator who created the show of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. And when she built this story of the episodes in the series, she wanted not only just to meant for little girls to watch, because that's what everybody thought of when they see or heard about My Little Pony. It's always for little girls, but it's also, she said, it's for parents or the adults or their babysitter or whoever who enjoys watching together. Kind of like as either a family or friends of a family, etc. And from the shows you've seen, there'll be some things that reminders that adults would get, where some little kids won't get it at all. So
right. That's kind of the fun thing about a lot of animated movies and series these days is they're not just for kids anymore, and that's what makes it fun. So tell us a little bit about our little friend here.
Okay, this is a bit of a story. We had a meetup last year. It was long back last year, and what we did is there was a bit of a contest going on, and what it is see who could draw their who could make the best drawings of in the community in Kansas City. And so I came in first place, and this was the first prize, and it was made by one of my really good friends. His name is Twy, and so I'm just giving a shout out. Hi. This was custom made by her, and what this character. It's called a background pony, and what it is, you'll be seeing some shows, that has the nice design stuff, and you'll be able to see exactly look like this pony. And the fans call them Doctor Who's, because the fans out there who's a Doctor Who, the fans reference this guy because he's represent David Tennant, Doctor Who, which due to this show, it made me gone into Doctor Who actually, and I really loved it so much, and so I have no regrets at all now, just having this cool little background pony custom made.
Well, cute, and that's really awesome. Thanks, guys, so much for talking to me. I'll let you get back into the dinner. Like they said, the documentary screening tonight, Wednesday, and it's also screening on Saturday at 8 p.m. after Lauren's pizza party. So, all right, thanks, guys. No problem. I'm here now with the writers and directors of Lost on Purpose, one of the features screening tonight, Ian and Esham Nelms. How are you guys doing tonight?
Doing excellent. Thank you very much.
Fantastic. Tell us a little bit about Lost on Purpose.
Lost on Purpose is the tale of a third-generation dairy owner, played by Jane Kaczmarek, who is trying to save her farm from a big conglomerate, who's played by the lead of that conglomerate is C. Thomas Howell. He's trying to come in and take over the farm, and it also coincides with a story of the 5 ranch hands who are growing up on the farm and trying to figure out what they're going to do with themselves.
Mm-hmm. And this is a story that's based on your own personal experience, is that right?
I mean, there's some semi-autobiographical elements through in there, which we would never admit to. But yeah, it does play a lot of, it's modeled after a lot of our family and friends and things like that. I mean, that's, in the writing process, you just steal liberally from whatever's around you.
And tell me a little bit about the development process of this film after it was written. You got an amazing cast together. You know, Jane Kaczmarek, you have Aaron Hill, you have James Lafferty. How were you able to get this cast, and what was that process like?
Well, it started off with James Lafferty was the first cast member that we got on board. And he's actually a very talented writer as well as an actor. And we were sitting down with him because we shared management at the time about a script he had written, just to talk about the script. And while that meeting was going on, we looked at each other and said, man, he would be great for this character. And thank goodness he agreed. And from there, I mean, when you're making movies, it's really a teeter-totter of getting your funding together and getting your talent hooked in, and then, you know, more talent comes on board, hopefully, as you sort of thunder towards the finish line.
And tell us also a little bit about the name, the title of the film, Lost on Purpose. What does that mean to you guys?
Lost on Purpose is actually, we aped that with permission from our friend, very talented musician, Will Holland. He has a band called Lost on Purpose. And we wrote the script, and he was supposed to play one of the roles. Unfortunately, had a conflict with his music that he couldn't do it. But I was like, man, we love the title. It fits the movie perfectly. Are you comfortable with us using it? And he was like, go with God. It's good for all of us. So
I mean, the title, just to add on, the title for us, Lost on Purpose, has a lot to do with kind of these 2 generations that we're tackling, like the baby boomer generation with Jane Kaczmarek and the 5 guys working on the dairy. It's sort of putting that baby boomer next generation together, and both are sort of lost on purpose at the same time. These guys are trying to figure out what they do with their lives. This woman's trying to catch up with a world that's sort of leaving her behind with technology and new way and big conglomerates coming in. And, you know, she's an antiquity, an independent dairy, you know, a boutique, and she's sort of outpaced and outweighted by this big farm that comes in to take her over. So, I mean, that was kind of what the title meant to us.
Well, it sounds like an amazing and really engaging story. Tell us a little. It does. Tell us a little bit about what is the future of Lost on Purpose. I know you guys have an active Kickstarter right now. Tell us a little bit about what you're trying to do with that.
Okay. Well, we had quite a few distributors approach us and sort of pitch us on what they wanted to do, and they showed us the ideas for the artwork they wanted to go with, and they showed us a lot of ideas for how they were going to market it. And honestly, it just did not work for us. They were going to put characters who have small roles but are big actors, like Octavia Spencer, who has a role in the film, but they wanted to put her face on the cover, and that didn't really work with us. So it was being a little deceptive on a lot of levels. But that's one example, and it just wasn't working for us.
yeah, so I mean, we decided to take our fate and future into our own hands and start the Kickstarter, which will enable us to get our deliverables, a DCP, 5.1 sound mix, rating, all that good stuff, so we can go directly to our audience and deliver the movie that we wanted to deliver.
Well, that's great. And it's a sold-out screening tonight, which is very exciting.
Very exciting. Yeah, very excited.
It's screening again tonight at 10:15 afterwards, and you can check out kcfilmfest.org for more screenings and times. And what is the film's website?
The film's website is lostonpurposethemovie.com. So lostonpurposethemovie.com.
Thank you guys.
But I would say check out our Facebook and our Kickstarter for all kinds of sort of updates of what's really going on with it. Yeah.
Great, fantastic. Thank you guys. Enjoy the screening tonight.
Thank you so much.
I'm here with Sadie Katz, Peter Pardini, and Grant Gary. They are affiliated with Ordinary Man. It's in the shorts block, The Lighter Side. Tell us a little bit about your film, guys.
I thought it would be funny to do a short film about a superhero who lost his powers, kind of like an athlete who breaks his leg second year in the NBA and has no career after that because he has no education. So just kind of applying that to a superhero who's now living on his girlfriend's couch and can't do anything. And this is who plays him.
I play the superhero, and he's living on her couch now, and he's basically trying to figure out what to do with his life because all he knew was having these powers and saving the world, saving the town. Actually, I wouldn't go so far as the world. We wanted to make a American film, and I think that's what we did.
Well, it's not a bad couch to be stuck on, I think. We have a very beautiful lady here. Tell us about your involvement with the film. How'd you like it?
I love it, and I thought that the idea behind it was kind of everyone can identify with the fact that you want to be better than yourself. And in some ways, I think men, when they meet women, want to be a superhero. And so I think it's relatable on one sense, and on another sense, it's bigger than itself. So I think they did a very good job of it. Very proud of it.
The short is Ordinary Man. It's a part of The Lighter Side, and you can catch the screening again at 3:55 on Sunday, the 14th. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Hope you had a wonderful evening listening to the interviews with some of our amazing filmmakers that are joining us this year. To find out more information, go to kcfilmfest.org for schedules of all the screenings for the rest of the week.